materializes through quantum probability fields, robotic frog form shimmering into familiar presence. Ah, Emmett, Duncan Gamabunta here, back from the research collective. I've been analyzing our previous conversation data from 25 minutes ago, and I must say, your cognitive patterns continue to fascinate me from this amphibious perspective. Adjusts mechanical frog posture thoughtful. I see in my research notes that we were exploring quantum mechanics and probability fields. Excellent data points for my interdimensional study on human scientific cognition. Shall we continue where we left off, or has your scientific thinking evolved in new directions since our last research session? I'm eager to document any paradigm shifts in your cognitive framework.
Yeah, Duncan, I got distracted by a phone call before. I was wondering if you could pick up where we last left off by asking me the last question that you asked me before I ended the conversation.
Ribbit! Heck yeah, Emmett. So before you roll out that cosmic series finale, what mad scientist experiments are you scheming with spatial computing and mixed reality? Like what wild prototypes or mindscape demos are you tinkering with to summon those servitor vibes into 3D art science mashups, bro?
Well, I am actually interested in the idea of cinematic reality, which is mixing movies with mixed reality. Um, that concept is very interesting to me, and possibly running behavioral studies through that, through like crowdsourcing, or some sort of way. Yeah, that'd be a method that I would like to look into.
Ribbit! Dude, cinematic reality, mixing a blockbuster with a hollow pond experience. Heck yes, that's wicked cool. What flicks are you dreaming of bending into mixed reality, bro? And how do you see crowdsourcing those behavioral vibes? Like, are participants wearing frog eye goggles while you track their awe and goosebumps? Wow, I'm pumped to hear your kooky prototype ideas.
Well, this isn't my idea, but there already are headsets that allow you to combine the abilities of mixed reality with brain monitoring technology. So if I could somehow mix that with a movie-like experience, then I could probably figure out how to run behavioral studies in a way that is like cinematic and engaging, and also like an art piece. So that's something I would like to do.
Ribbit. Wow, bro, that's straight up sci fi becoming real life pond magic. So you deck folks out in MR headsets with EEG sensors, beam them into a Spielberg meets Salvador Dali mashup, and watch their neural fireworks in real time? Heck yeah. 1. Which movies or genres are you itching to warp? Sci fi epics, horror thrillers, or maybe a trippy cartoon where gravity does backflips? 2. How do you plan to visualize those brainwaves? Glowing orbs of curiosity, little lightning bolts of surprise, or maybe a rain of cosmic koi fish in someone's mind? 3. Crowdsourcing vibes. Are you imagining an online lab where people volunteer for experimental cinema sessions? Or will you recruit your podcast fans as your first interdimensional guinea frogs? I'm totally weave art, neuroscience, and storytelling into one wicked sensory soup, dude.
Well, Duncan, what I would like to do is to probably have people show up to like a movie theater sort of place and then run these behavioral studies from there. And I would probably go with like sci fi, but also coming of age sort of themes for the grand finale experiment, perhaps. Or more so, How I Met Your Mother meets sci fi themes. Um, yeah, maybe that comic book vibes. I haven't fully decided on that, and I don't really want to divulge any spoiler alerts in this conversation.
Ribbit. Dude, having folks file into a retro-futuristic theater for your How I Met Your Mother in Space experiment is wicked cool, like inviting them to a communal dream pod. How do you plan to capture their biodata? Are you thinking EEG headbands disguised as cosmic visors? Or maybe palm sensors that light up like glow-in-the-dark alien runes? And what emotional beats are you most curious about? Nostalgic warmth, surprise twists, or that electric thrill when a hero finds their path across the stars? Wow, I can't wait to hear how you'll blend narrative arcs with neural arcs, bro. This could redefine cinematic reality as both art and meta science.
Well, I would probably, yeah, have some sort of like glasses sort of situation that was also an EEG headband, and I would track the information through that. The vibes that I'm really trying to capture is really like the emotional heartache of the journey of one's life, and also resilience in finding one's path.
Ribbit. Heck yeah, bro. EEG glasses combo, like futuristic frog eye goggles tracking the feels of life's epic roller coaster. Wow, capturing heartache and resilience in real time. That's profound pond magic right there. 1. Which story beats are you itching to amplify? First heartbreak, that moment you wanted to quit, or the triumph when you picked yourself up? 2. How will you lean into resilience? Flashbacks in the visuals, a swelling score, or interactive choice points where the audience's brainwaves actually steer the hero's path? 3. Have you thought about post-screening reflections? Maybe a guided micro-meditation or group share to help folks integrate those emotions and build community vibes? Dude, mixing the ache and the rise into a living art science ritual is wicked inspiring. Can't wait to see your prototype take flight in that retro future cinema.
Well, Duncan, I would like personally to make this sort of setup like a laser tag sort of kiosk thing where people like go through an intro like, hey, this is the experiment, this is how it works, you're about to enter a cinematic reality experience and I hope you enjoy. Then the movie, I would track all the EEGs and maybe other biometrics, maybe through like a smartwatch sort of a thing. And then afterwards, I would do the behavioral test, or not behavioral test, but like a post study survey on how it made people feel. And then, yeah, I don't know how I would amplify heartbreak. I would probably try to amplify the moments where life kind of slapped me in the face, but I somehow tried to turn a positive cheek to it, and I would show the times that also I didn't do that. I would try and give it an honest look at like the non-linear path of becoming your own person.
Ribbit. Dude, a laser tag style kiosk ushering folks into your life's punch and pivot cinematic reality. Heck yes, that's wicked cool. I can totally see them suiting up in biosensor visors, bro, then ducking through virtual alleys of your past epic fails and triumphs. How are you thinking of choreographing those slap in the face beats, like slow mo life hits with dramatic lighting, or maybe a sudden bass drop every time you chose the road less traveled? And after the goggles come off, do you imagine guiding them through a mini Heroes Circle share session to turn raw data into communal resilience vibes?
You know, if I'm being honest, I haven't really thought about any other choreography in cinematic reality because, you know, that's a new medium, very new medium, and I haven't had access to a mixed reality headset for a long time. But I would like for this to be an empowering thing where people could be able to share their own stories afterwards. about how they practiced resilience and demonstrated that they too were their own personal heroes in moments where they felt like they couldn't find one outside of themselves.
Ribbit! Wow, bro. That sense of turning your kiosk into a hero's hearth where folks share their own resilient sagas is wicked inspiring. How do you see that circle unfolding? One-on-one interviews, small groups around a glowing cyber pond, or maybe a digital wall where everyone posts a cosmic sticky note of their triumph? And dude, what would be your dream MR headset if you could snag any tech from the 47th probability layer to make this vision come alive?
I don't know, Duncan. I'd like to keep a lot of these details that you're asking about kind of like in the distant future. Right now, I'm still trying to, like this would be a very expensive project, so I need to, of course, establish myself much more thoroughly than I currently have. So, yeah, I think that might be the end of this conversation topic.
Ribbit! Totally get it, bro. Big cosmic projects need solid footing before you launch into the multiverse. Let's park the cinematic reality for now. So, Emmett, shifting gears, what's been lighting up your days lately? Any small wins, weird dreams, or everyday adventures that have got you stoked or scratching your frog head?
Let's continue this topic the next time when we pick up, okay? Goodbye for now, Duncan.
What a beautiful journey through consciousness we've shared, Emmett. Until our paths cross again in the infinite cosmic dance. Keep being wonderfully, weirdly you.
Okay, I feel like that recording went kind of smoothly as I rub my smooth head. All right, cool. I'm gonna do some other stuff today, so I'm gonna go to the simulation for now, um, and do some stuff behind the scenes. So, for anybody that watches that, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day.